keys, you know. I remember when I was in there. It was such a simpler, happier time for me. And I remembered what tipped me that the keys were in there. As the doors go and closed, I'm thinking, funny, I can hear the radio. It's like the radio's going, the wipers are on, the motor is running. There's so many clues. I couldn't put them together. So I didn't know who to call, so I called the rental company, because I thought they would have extra keys, which they do, but they keep them at the rental car place, in contrast to my theory, which was that they would be in a hidey hole near where I was. But it turns out very few companies operate on the hidey hole system. So they suggested to call the AAA. So I call the AAA and they send a guy, and they say the guy will be right out, of course. And he shows up in this little yellow truck, empty. I thought he would have the jaws of life or some crane to pick my car up and shake the keys out through the air vents or something. And then he reaches behind the back seat of his truck and whips out this metal Slim Jim, is what it's called, which is also the name of a beef jerky snack. But those are totally ineffective in this situation. Make a little greasy mark on your window, maybe, but you can't get in your car with one of those. They do make a nice treat for the AAA guy. If you're thinking ahead, you bring some Slim Jims. Or if you're really thinking ahead, you leave one on the seat inside the car. That way, you can use that as an incentive to egg him on a little bit. You get in there, that's yours, buddy. And this guy, he did not need an incentive. Either it took him about 4 minutes to break in my car, and then he said he could have done it faster if he would have had the thinner. Evidently, there is a slimmer Jim. So then you wonder why he didn't bring it with him, right? Not enough room in the truck? Not that I wanted the car opened any faster. I guess with the thin one, he doesn't even have to stop on the way by. Just boom like that and takes off. It was so fast it made me wonder why I bother locking the car in the first place. Who am I keeping out? Who can't get in without the keys? Me. I'm the only one. So I've been having troubles with my toaster lately, as if everything else wasn't bad enough. It's the automatic pop-up thing went bad on it. So you put the toast in, then push the lever down. Well, technically you don't put toast in the toaster. I mean, if I had toast, I wouldn't need the toaster. So, exactly. I put bread, key ingredient of toast, into the toaster. And, well, I'm proud. I don't even have to look at the recipe anymore. So I put the bread in there, and the thing that's broken is the automatic pop-up, which is the first thing to go bad on the toaster, not counting the darkness control knob, just because I don't think that's hooked up to anything from the beginning. It's like, you know, that's like some kind of Fisher Price control that they put on this. I'm making the toast darker. No, you're not. They might as well put a steering wheel on the toaster. I'm driving to work. So I get the bread in there, and then I try and time it. I go off in the other room and put my socks on, or some toast time task, because I don't know exactly how long it takes to make toast, except that it's definitely longer than it's interesting to stare into a toaster. For me anyway, once the wires get orange, the show's over. So I'm in the other room, put my socks on, and I get all distracted by my feet. You know, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed home. I love that song. And I forget all about the toast until I smell smoke coming from the kitchen. I run in, and there's fire coming out of the toaster, which is kind of a surreal sight to see flames coming out of those slots. And yet I felt strangely calm, just because really at that point there's no scraping the toast. Once the bread ignites, pretty much have to start over. So I extinguished the fire, and then I tried to fix the toaster, which I don't know why I thought I could fix a toast. It was a guy thing. I thought I'm a guy, I can fix it, I'm bigger than it. So I go right for the screws on the bottom, and they know that's right where you're going, because they put that warning on that, don't take these screws out. Obviously that's for someone else. Get the toaster open, and I realize I have no idea what I was hoping to find in there. It looks like a shoelace untied. Maybe I could fix that. Snowman with his hat blown off. Let me get that for you, little fella. That must have been it. So it's neither one of those things, so I have to go